What we're being told here is that one of the solutions has this appearance, and that's a reference to the quadratic formula. Because the quadratic formula, which you know by heart, has that radical in it. And so if you see that your answer to a quadratic situation is in the format of a number plus or minus a radical, there's a good chance that the question is really about the quadratic formula. So let's just go ahead and give that a try here. So the A is 1 in front of the x squared, the B is the -2, and the C is the -9. And so that's -2 plus or minus square root of -2 squared minus 4 times 1 times -9 all over 2 times 1. So working it out little by little, +2 plus or minus square root of 4 plus 36, because you have a negative times a negative and you want one sign for that whole piece, all over 2. 2 plus or minus square root of 40 over 2. And now it's kind of a question of how to simplify that radical. Now that radical is really, let's just take square root of 40 off to the side. 40 is really 4 times 10, and 4 is 2 times 2, and 10 is 2 times 5. Now, never forget that a radical really has an invisible number 2 in that spot. In other words, when you take a square root of something, you're saying to yourself, what number multiplied twice by itself gives me that number? So if I say square root of 40, I'm saying what number multiplied by itself twice gives me 40. And so in other words, we're looking for groups of 2. And if you see a group of 2, you can take it out of here and put a single one of those numbers on the outside. So we took 2 2's from the inside and left 1 2 on the outside. So square root of 40 simplifies to 2 square root of 10, because we had 2 times 5 that stayed underneath. So if we rewrite that, 2 plus and minus 2 root 10 all over 2, that's a game changer, because now every piece of this has a factor of 2, and you can divide them all by 2, and you'll get 1 plus and minus root 10 all over 1, which doesn't even need to be written because any number is itself over 1. And now it matches what they gave us, 1 plus root k, 1 plus or minus root 10. So 1 plus root 10 is one of the solutions, and the thing under the radical, the k, is 10.